Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Monday, August 26, 2019. And when I tell you that we have to talk on this video, I mean it to the highest order. I'm going to try to stay composed and not laugh. It may be a little difficult here. So before I even go on about the markets or anything, I want to explain to you a little bit about what I have done for you over the weekend. It should be very obvious. I ran a serious weeding out, zombie killing, culling campaign over the weekends. I want free thinkers in this blog. Gonzo-tards are not welcome here because they cannot think. There's something seriously wrong. I'm not talking about Trump supporters. That's a completely different thing. I'm talking about gonzo-tards. These people, again, are lost. The president can do anything and they're going to follow him down the rat hole. And a real example of that came out today. And we're going to talk about that. But again, what I want you to do is, if you have not seen the video that I did yesterday, the last one, I laid out a case for everything that we're seeing here with regard to the tariffs China has on us, the tariffs we have on China, how this whole thing works out, a whole plethora of things. The gonzo-tards could not argue with me because there was no argument. I was 100% correct. They did personally attack me, which I expected, and I asked them to leave, and they did. So I went out on a limb for you. And I want you to understand that this was a weeding out process. That's it. Free thinkers in this blog. I'm not telling Trump supporters to get out if you can understand the concepts, but gonzo-tards, there is gonzo as gonzo him freaking self. Hashtag gonzo. This hashtag is starting to catch on and it's pissing people off. Again, not the Trump supporters, the legitimate ones. The gonzo-tards are going gonzo over it. So I would suggest the gonzo-tards are the enemy of free thinkers. When your enemy is aggravated, you aggravate him. You understand? Basic Sun Tzu, the art of war. So what we want to do here, and I'm going to ask you to do, is start using hashtag gonzo on whatever you want to promote the truth out here. I think this speaks volumes of truth. And let's go over gonzo a little bit further here. This is incredible what I'm about to tell you. Right now, stocks are in kind of a rally mode, opened up 300 points to the good. Last night, the stock futures were down 300 points. Why was that? Because of, again, the rhetoric out here. The president threatened yesterday to invoke a national emergency separate from his Emergency Economic Powers Act that he's been threatening to use. He wants to call this a national emergency with regard to the U.S.-China trade, which we're winning the trade war, which I totally exposed yesterday to the gonzo-tards. They could not counter it. The regard to who's paying the tariffs, they couldn't counter that either because it was all 100% true. And no one called me out on the facts, which I always ask you to do because everything I said was a fact. Go laugh your rear end off and go watch the video I did yesterday. It's incredible. So anyway, I think I created a better environment for you and for me and for all of us. Free thinkers are welcome. Gonzo-tards, get out. All right? The zombie killer has spoken and I won. And I am damn proud to say that. It was a perfect strategy on my part, I have to say. Did exactly what I wanted, and I think we'll have a better environment. So anyway, here's the deal. So stock futures down 300 last night. All of a sudden, you can't make it up. It's a rinse and repeat. The president came out and said, oh, China trade talks are back on. People, the moment that happened, stock futures made a 500-point swing in the split second. All right? This morning it was a 600-point swing before the market opened. This is a lie. It's a comedy act. Because, again, rinse, repeat. Talks are going great. Oh, no, they failed. Talks are going great. Oh, no, they failed. More tariffs. China hit us back. People, this is treachery. This is treachery against the American people, borderlining on treason honestly, because he's betraying all of us. This is incredible. The lies are off the Richter scale. Gonzo has lost touch with reality. And this is a fake story. I don't care where you're hearing it from. It is not true. Do you believe in coincidences like this? Stock futures down 300. The president threatens to national security declaration to... you can't make it up. You can't make it up. And all of a sudden, we get a rebound in the stock futures and stock futures. You think that's coincidence? If you believe this story was floated out there just by accident, you are a gonzo-tard and you are not welcome here. Leave, get out. Somewhere down here is an unsubscribe button. I want an environment of free thinkers. I'm not telling you Trump supporters to get out if you can understand these concepts, which I think you can. I think there's a big misconception here. I'm attacking the zombies. They are gone. And they probably think, this is great. Oh my God, the talks are going well again. Until they fail. Wow, man. Have you ever heard of something like this? This is a comedy act. Because the president's lies are now becoming comical before the world. If you don't believe that this was a lie, this was fake news, but put out only to prop up the stock market, this is why the president has lost the trade war. Believe me, China knows this, and they got to be rolling over, laughing, upside down, backwards, and sideways. I understand the media is controlled. The only place you're going to find real stuff is on some YouTube channels. A lot of them out here are being paid to produce. I have proof of that, and I'm debating whether or not I'm actually going to publish it. It would leave me open to lawsuits, so I don't know, we'll think about it. But there are YouTube channels that are being paid to propagate the lies, and that to me is so vile and so disgusting. This is supposed to be a place where people are supposed to get the truth. But again, they're preying on the zombies, okay? The gonzo-tards, not the Trump supporters. And they're profiting from it. It's an incredible thing. It's a joke. And they're misleading people by the thousands, maybe tens of thousands. All right, let's summarize here. Just a coincidence here? Let me hear from you. And let's see what the gonzo-tards say, because of course I will be personally attacked, because there's probably a few left. I tried to weed them out over the weekend, create a better environment of free thinkers. Some will remain. So let's try to get those out too. Remember the hashtag gonzo, hashtag gonzo-tards, whatever you want to do. Again, our enemy is aggravated. We want to aggravate him. You understand? Gonzo-tards are our enemy. Not Trump supporters. Legitimate Trump supporters who get what's going on, they're not our enemy. The gonzo-tards are. Because they are gone, they're zombified, and there's no way to stop them from their downward spiral, and they're not bringing us with them, like the president is, into the vortex of debt expansion on an unprecedented scale, for which he's still calling for a 1% cut, quantitative easing, but we're doing so well. Manufacturing, I mean, the jobs, he was talking about bringing back manufacturing jobs. Where did they go? No, the entire sector just fell into contraction the first time in a decade. The comedy, the lies, the fakery, and the treachery are really at an extreme here. And I don't believe for a second that this recycled story was done on accident. Do you? I want to hear from you. I really do. How many of you believe, honestly, that all of a sudden, just by some miraculous intention, that trade talks are going well right now, after what just occurred over this entire weekend, and stock futures were down 300, and we're on the teetering again on a verge of a 2 to 10 inversion? You got to be kidding me. You believe that's a coincidence? No, there's no way. Look, I'm going to ask you to share this video, get it out there. Remember, hashtag Gonzo, hashtag Gonzo-tards. Make it happen. I'm counting on you. I love all of you, and I will see you at the end of the day, at the end of the charade.